Good evening, Glitter Gang. It's Thursday, August 20th. We just finished constructing and reinforcing the box and the lid out of chipboard and cardstock, and now we just need to decorate them and make them look pretty, and then the project will be done. So let's go to the paper that we set aside for this purpose. And I was thinking that we would do these on the front, the words on the front and the back. On the top of the lid, the poinsettias. And then on the sides of the box, the stripes. Or something, or maybe yeah. So let's just go ahead and get started with that. All right, so what size are you now? 9 3/4 by 7, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this to 9 1/2 by 6 3/4. And then the other one as well. Okay, so that's those. And then this other side of the words, which is this little kind of garland, we can put this on the edge of the box. So this can be what goes around the sides of the box lid, what goes around the sides of the box lid. So we'll just reuse that. Okay, so now we need to do the two sides. So they are going to be 5 3/4. They were like 6 1/8 after all is said and done. Let's just do 5 3/4 and not worry about it. So 5 3/4 by 6 3/4 tall. Ah! Oh my God. What's wrong with you, you psychopath? She's in her little sleeping box. Just go get her. Just take her whole box with you. Oh, it's too floppy. She's like, this is horrible. I hate it. Why are you doing this to me?
We're gonna get this box again.
Oh, look at that on the side. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Kitty's like, what are you doing to Tiny Cat? All right, so we still have, oops. We have this and this for the outside and inside of the lid, and then this for the sides of the box. I'm going to set all the lid pieces to the side. Okay. Intern Liz was just standing at the top of the stairs. Just like a creep. So we're going to ink all the edges in black soot. Just to help it blend into the black cardstock. This just gets rid of the cut white edge. All right. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to go ahead and just glue these all to the sides. Okay, do. All right, and then just burnish. And clean up your glue with your rag. How beautiful. Oh, how sharp. How sharp and beautiful. All right, so we're just gonna stick this down too. Oh. This is gonna look just like a home decor piece sitting in your house. It's gonna look so nice. Oops. right. Now we've got the pattern paper. We need to do black cardstock on the bottom to neaten that up. And then you have two choices, which is you can do pattern paper on the inside or you can do just straight black on the inside. And that way, if you do just the black, you know, it's not going to be, you're not going to have any patterns competing with what is on your papers. So I think that's probably the way to go for the interior. That way everything just looks nice and clean on the inside, you know. So we'll cut them all the same size. Which is 9 3/4 by 6 3/4 and 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. And on the inside, it's a little bit tighter. So instead of 9 3/4, we may need more like 9 1/2. Even 9 1/2 is a little tight, so do 9 1/4. Because you have a lot less area on the inside than you do on the outside. Yeah, 9 1/4 will be just fine. And that does make sense. So remember earlier when I said it didn't matter if things got a little wrinkly on the inside in a place or two? That, I mean, you can see how it doesn't matter. You can't see anything once you get this little side piece on. So you're all good. All right. So 9 3/4 by 6 3/4 for the other side. Oh, this one's great. 9 1/4. Can't even remember things for 5 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes. All right. The scare got me. That's what it was. That's what it was. We'll just blame intern Liz. It's all her fault. Oh, I love how the box looks with the black and cream though. I'm happy. Okay. So let's try and get an idea of what the measurement for the inside is going to be. And it looks like 5 3/4. So 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 for the side. 5 3/4 should be okay for the side. And it was just it's a little small for the outside, so that makes sense. So 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. And actually, you have a piece that's 5 1/4. I'm going to cut that by 6. That it would be left over from cutting the other pieces, because I think I can put it just so it's close to the top, and that'll cover the blank space. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 for these if you didn't want to be, or 5 3/4 by 6 3/4 if you're not being stingy with your paper like I am. But I just did mine 5 3/4 by 6. Or 5 1/4 by 6 actually. Because you can't see it once it's in there, that it doesn't cover from edge to edge to edge to edge, because once it covers the chipboard, that's all anyone really is going to notice. But of course you can be not lazy and cut a new sheet. I just am being lazy. Okay, so now I just need something from the bottom for the bottom, and I think I have the same thing where I have a piece that's not quite big enough but close enough. So I'm going to cut this to 9 1/4. It's another one of the 5 1/4 inch pieces left over from earlier. So just using my scraps. You appreciate that I let you be lazy. Hey, we can cut a corner here and there after we've already made such a nice box. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous box that we have made. Look at it. Oh, got this one. We got to do the right size though, because this one could be seen by Fran. 9 1/2 by 6 should get you there. So I'm going to cut a piece of paper in half at 6 and then cut 9 1/2. And then that's going to go on and clean up the bottom. Fran would look. That's the thing. You gotta prepare for Fran. Did you see how shaky my hand was? This is because of being scared to death earlier. No, I'm just kidding. It's just I have shaky hands. Ah, what a classy box. This is such great paper for a home decor piece. honestly, like this particular combination is awesome for a home decor piece. And just have this sitting, you know, near your front door and have all your cards going into it all season long. Maybe we'll do a card swap in the group and then you can all fill up each other's boxes. That could be fun. All right, let's set the box aside so we can work on the lid. I can't. All right. So now on the lid, I want the interior to be not on the sides. I'm just going to leave them black because they're already so nicely finished. But here I want the stripe because this you take off. So people are going to see the inside of it. You know what I mean? What we could do is, if you wanted to make cards for people, we could just put a spreadsheet of everyone who wants to share their address for Christmas. And then you could go make cards for each other and we wouldn't have to worry about like all the cards being sent to one person and then them not getting sent back out again, because you could just send the cards to everyone. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't suppose I'm going to get lucky. Nah. So that's what we can do. That way we don't have to worry about, like if one person gets overwhelmed during the holidays and they can't send cards, then it's not like the whole thing will fall apart. You know what I mean? So we can just do it like that. It'll be super fun. Okay, so 6 by 9.5. Ooh, it's so sharp. All right, well, I'm sure we just need to make like a Google Doc spreadsheet. Mr. Lifeguard could tell me how everyone could go on and just add their own addresses. I'll talk to him and we'll get it set up, because you want to start, I mean, September is a good time to start working on your Christmas cards so you don't get overwhelmed, you know. Oh shoot, it's crooked. No, come up, come up, come up. Okay, ooh, I got it a little bit crooked and I wasn't gonna let that stay crooked. Yeah, this is a particularly nice one. The red and the green is nice too, but this is just better. This is better than the other one in this collection, the red and green, I think. Which is not to say that that one sucks or anything, but this one is just especially nice. Okay, so now when you flip it over, like you'll see this. So on these, we know they're 1.5. So we know we're going to make our strips 1 1/4, and it'll be 1 1/4 by 9 1/2. So that's this. So we need 2 that are 1 1/4 by 9 1/2. So let me just cut this to 9 1/2. Well, that'll be fun. Okay. And then the other 2 are yeah, 6 1/4. All right. So we'll get these 4 pieces glued on, inked and glued on. All right, so the Facebook group is always linked in every YouTube video description. So if you're interested in joining the Christmas card exchange or adding your name to that list, make sure you're a member of the group, and then we'll put like a Google Doc that people can edit and add their own names to, so that anyone who intends to send cards, to make and send cards, can put their name on it, so that the other people who want to make and send cards can put their name on it, their name and address. And then you can send to as many people as you can, you know. All right. I don't want to decorate the inside also, because the smoother they are, the easier it is for the box to go on, the box lid to go on and off. Okay, these look nice. I know it's almost done. If you've been following along, your Christmas album for the year is finished. And if you haven't been, you still have tons of time. All right, so now we just need to do the poinsettia to go on the top. And that's going to be 9 3/4 by 6 1/4. And that's a little too big. I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off, so it's 9 5/8. Because I do want to see some of the black all the way around the edges to frame it and make it look sharp. And I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off the, so it's going to be 9 5/8 by 6 1/8. Yeah, give it that nice sharp black edge. Ooh. And then I'll clear my desk and we'll put all the Pouch-a-lopes in it and just admire it. And then it's back to school again next week. And book club. So remember, if you don't want to hear spoilers for Aisha at Last, you need to read it before Thursday. We're only probably going to have time, just because I'm so slow, to do one more project for the rest of the year. So it's going to be the box set remastered. But I've got some upgrades to the original idea that I had, so it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a big album basics guide with a lot of stuff in it. So I think we'll have fun with it. Okay. And I think what I'll do is, my plan is to have 3 different page configurations and then a bunch of different elements for each slot on the page. So like each page will have, like, this will be slot A, slot B, slot C, but you can put in slot A like a photo mat, a pocket, an envelope, you know what I mean? So I want to have 3 things for each slot. And then that way, even within the page configuration, you have options. That's my goal. That's kind of what I have planned for it. Originally, I just had it planned to be like a bunch of windows, like, so you can mix and match, and you know, you could do the same page configuration several different ways, you know. All pockets, all envelopes, all photo mats, any combo of both, so that there would be tons of different ways to set up a page. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to do with that. And I'm thinking that originally I was going to do one whole thing where, you know, I taught you each page configuration, and each book was they were all going to be on Vogue, and then the box was going to be on Vogue. But like, think about whether or not you want me to use other papers. So like, I could do one on Vogue, I could do one Ladies Who Lunch, I have that, I could do one whatever, you know, we can mix them and match the patterns of paper, because I can make all their spines look the same so that when they're in the box they still look the same, you know. All right, let's put it on. Look. How pretty. Look at the home for our Pouch-a-lopes. So then all your Pouch-a-lopes go in, and there's room for more than 12 if you want to do more than 12, you know, or there's room to stuff 12, you know, stuff them full. And then you can put cards in here, you can put your letters, you can put photos, you could do all kinds of stuff, but they're all in there. The Pouch-a-lopes are done. Yay, we made it. We made it, we finished it. So next week, I'll be back at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time on Thursday. We'll be back to the Back to School album, the Back to School version of the Catch a Tag Remastered album. And then once we've finished with that, we will be, we'll do the box set album remaster will be our last project for the year probably. Just because I'm like apparently a snail crafter. I'm like, I craft like a snail. If snails had arms, they would craft as fast as I do, but they don't, so I guess they can't craft. So I'll see you next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time, 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. We're gonna finish. We're gonna finish Sandra's, back to school album, and I mean, I don't think we'll finish it next week. I don't think we're there yet, but we'll make progress on it, and yeah, after that we'll work on box sets. So I'm thinking En Vogue and Ladies Who Lunch are both really girly, feminine, fun, but in different ways. So if you know a third one that's got the same vibes, you know, like, you know, those kind of fashion-y, you know, those kind of vibes. And then we'll just do one book with each paper line, and that way we get to see a bunch of different papers. So, yeah, see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Bye now.